Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today's video is going to be a Shop My Stash update. So I picked out some products last month for the month to use to work on, and I am going to talk through those, put those back, and then I will have timestamps linked down below if you just want to see my collection and me picking out new ones. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a robotics engineer with a love for all things beauty and makeup related, and I try to have a maintainable makeup collection. I try to not overconsume, and part of that is going through all of the products in my collection, using up different ones. So I do project pans and shop my stashes every single month to make sure I'm having a good rotation while also actively trying to finish up some of the products I have in my collection. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. With that being said, let's just hop into it. I picked out quite a few things for my Shop My Stash this past month. A lot of like lip and cheek products, which aren't necessarily the things that I thought I would pick out, specifically the number of lip products that I chose. But let's just go through everything that I picked out. The first thing that I want to talk about is the Vive Modern Radiance Cream Bronzer in the shade Medium. So when I got back from Hawaii, I was the most tan that I've ever been in my life. I'm still pretty tan, more tan than I usually am, and because of that, I really wanted to pull out this bronzer because for most of the year, this ends up looking quite orange on me. Because I was super tan, super dark, I didn't feel like that was happening this past month, and I felt like I wanted to take advantage of me being so tan. I feel like this past month I've made a really good dent on that. Definitely not extremely noticeable, but for the month, I feel like that's quite a bit. I actually really like this. I love the formula of this so much. I feel like it does such a good job of bronzing. It blends out so easily. It's so easy to apply, and this overall is just a really good formula. I also think it stays put really well once it's blended out. The bronzer that I've been going on top of this with, like the powder bronzer that I've been using, is the e.l.f. primer infused bronzer in the shade Forever Sun-Kissed, which is pretty much my it pretty much just doesn't show up on me. It's not very pigmented. Most of the color that I've been getting from the bronzing products I've been using has been from this bronzer, and I feel like it stays really well and stays throughout the whole day when I do my makeup. I really like this. I think I'm going to keep this in my rotation for at least one more month, just because I want to capitalize on how well this looks on me while I'm this tan. But I've really been liking this. I think this is a great option, and there is so much product in here. I feel like I really need to use up as much of this as I possibly can for the next month or so. I have two different blushes in here that I use pretty consistently. The first one is the Refi Cream Blush in the shade Cherry. I love this tone on me. There's something about it that's just so pretty. It's more of a neutral, cool tone type of red. It's a little bit deeper as well, so I feel like the shade is just absolutely stunning. I really like this. I enjoy the formula a lot as well. It's not super emollient, so I don't feel like it's gonna slip and slide all over. I don't feel like it's gonna fade within a couple of seconds. I do really like this, and I like that it comes with a little compact mirror. I've been using this a lot for doing my makeup on the go. It's nice to have a little mirror to like really get up close to your face. I think I'm gonna pick out some other blushes to work on this next month, but this is a great option. It is quite small. In terms of the amount of products you get in here, you only get 1.5 grams, which is tiny because in the Merit blush, you get 9 grams. So not a lot of product, but it is really pretty. I do really like the formula. The other blush that I put in there is the Merit Flush Balm. This is in the shade Mood, which is a really pretty kind of deeper berry shade. Honestly, I was not using this as much as I was using the Refi blush. This one is much more sheer and much more emollient, so I feel like I just wasn't gravitating towards this. I would more so gravitate towards this if I was doing like a no makeup look. I didn't use this as much as I probably should have. It is a really pretty formula though. I know my mom loves this formula because it is so easy to use. I think I just need to either give this to her or, I don't know, try and make more of an effort to use it, but it's just not my favorite. I think I have other formulas that I much prefer over this one. And the last couple of things I have here are all lip products. So I had 2 lip liners in here. I had the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Truffle, which is this like kind of deeper brown that's really pretty. And I had the Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Bold. Honestly, this past month, I've mostly been reaching towards the Rare Beauty one. This was in my monthly favorites for the month of September, which I will link that video for you guys if you want to see it. This is actually an insanely pretty formula. It's super long lasting. I love the shade on me so much. I feel like it matches my skin tone really, really well. And I think this paired really nicely with the 2 lipsticks that I had. So I had the Nabla Beyond Jelly Sheer Lipstick in the shade Libido, which is this like kind of similar deeper red berry tone. I love the shine of this. I love the packaging of this. It is more of a pigmented formula than what you would typically expect for a sheer lipstick, but it is stunning. And then the other thing that I had was my Merit signature lip in the shade Slip, which is kind of that like neutrally brown leaning shade. This is actually getting so messy because the product is not attached to the base. So like you can see that it just, whenever I use it, it gets pushed to the side of the tube and it makes it really, really messy. But I have so much lipstick left that I don't want to get rid of it yet. It's just extremely messy. I feel like I've been wasting a lot of product because it's been getting around the tip and stuff, but it is really pretty and I've been enjoying wearing it. I just have to be super careful when I do wear it. Like you can see the inner tube is just, it's a mess in there. I do like this lipstick. I'm sad that it got disconnected from like the part that holds it in, but it's a beautiful formula. I really like it. I like the shade L'Avenue as well. I think that's my preferred shade of the 2 lipsticks that I have from this line, but it is pretty. I do enjoy it. And that is everything that I have in my Shop My Stash currently. I'm gonna put all of these products away and then we will switch over to my other camera and pick out some new product. Okay, so I put everything back already because I already have a foundation and powder in my project pan. I'm really just going to be picking out a new concealer, and I think the concealer I'm going to go with is actually this one from Glossier. This is their stretch concealer in the shade G9. I just figured because I have both the Glossier Future Dew and the Perfecting Skin Tint in my project pan right now, it kind of just makes sense to pull out the Glossier stretch concealer as well. I do actually really like this concealer. I think it is really pretty under the eyes and is like a lightweight concealer for when I'm not wearing any other makeup, which has been kind of my vibe lately. So I think this is a good option. I'm gonna pull this out, and then that's pretty much everything from this drawer. I don't have any highlighters or face palettes or primers to go through because I do have those in my project pan already. This is actually just a magnetic palette that I have of the Rose Ink Cream Blush in the shade Foxglove because my packaging broke and I haven't been able to fix it yet. So these are all of my bronzers and blushes. I have these separated from like pan bronzers. These are all powder blushes. These are all cream and liquid blushes. These are cream blushes in pans, and then these are all cream and liquid like stick type of bronzers and contours. I think I am gonna leave that Vive Modern Radiance cream bronzer in here for a little bit longer just because I do want to make the most of it while I am so tan. But for a blush, I think I'm going to choose this one from M Cosmetics. This is in the shade Bitten, and this is a really pretty kind of deeper berry red type of undertone. I think it's really pretty. It's super pigmented. I think this is a really good option for fall and for winter specifically. I feel like this really kind of gives the cold girl makeup look for me, and I haven't made a ton of progress on this and I feel like I should use it more. So I'm gonna pull this out, and I also want to grab another one. I'm not entirely sure which one I want. I think I'm gonna grab this one from Glossier. Wow, that's a lot of Glossier products. I'm gonna choose the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Storm. Again, I haven't used this a ton. I feel like this is a really pretty product. The tone of this is also really pretty for like fall, winter, in my opinion. So I'm gonna pull this out, and I haven't made a ton of progress on this like at all. So I feel like I should try and make some more use out of it. I kind of want to pick a powder blush as well. I think I'm gonna pick this one from Vive Not the shade Cherub. I want the shade Rosa. So this is the Vive Sunset Blush in the shade Rosa. This is a really pretty, just kind of neutrally pink type of shade. I feel like this would pair well with both of the cream blushes that I picked out. And I do like the packaging a lot. And this has a nice little mirror in it. So when I am on travel or just in general, not in my house, I have some sort of mirror to work with. That is everything from this drawer. I have it pretty organized in a way that I like. I'm probably going to keep with this system, and I definitely don't want to outgrow this, especially my blushes. I feel like I have outgrown my blush collection a little bit already, and I definitely want to like tone this down a little bit. That is everything from the bronzer and blush category. I'm not going to pick out any eyeshadow palettes because I feel like I haven't really been reaching for them lately, and I've really been reaching for my ColourPop Super Shock shadow in my Project Pan. So I'm going to continue trying to work on that. As far as this drawer, these are all of my single shadows, eyeliners, mascaras, and brow product. I'm going to pick out a brow product specifically because I have so many right now, like an insane amount of brow products. I have the pencil in my Shop My Stash, so I'm really only picking out a gel, and I think the gel that I'm going to pick out is just my Refi Brow Sculpt. I've had this in my collection for quite a while now, but it's just so good, so I'm going to keep this. I think that it's starting to get towards its last legs, and I think it's almost time to let this go, so I kind of want like one more opportunity to finish it up before officially calling it quits. And that's everything from this drawer. I feel like this drawer looks really messy right now, but I swear it's organized in a way that makes sense to me. And then this last drawer are most of my lip products. So this is lip liners. These are all of my like bullet type lipsticks. There's a bunch of like sponges in here. Lip balms are back there. And then some like extra powder puffs and like decorative things. And these are all of my glosses. You can see there's quite a lot in here. So I need to like work on some of these a little bit more. I'm gonna pull out the Charlotte Tilbury Tinted Love. I feel like I've had this on the chopping block for a while and I have not reached for it yet. I'm gonna put this in my Shop My Stash to really get like one last feel for it before deciding if I want to declutter it or keep it. I think it's pretty, but I need to use this more. I guess to kind of go with the stain vibe, I'm gonna pick out this from Rudy Berry and Buble. This is actually a freckle pen, but for me, this is not a deep enough freckle shade, and so I've been using this as a lip liner, lip stain type of product. So I'm going to pick this out to go with the Tinted Love lip stain, and then I also have the Summer Fridays lip oil in my project pan right now. So I think these three will really pair well together. So I'm going to pick those two. And then I guess it's like one little fun thing. I'm going to choose this from Makeup by Mario. This is their plumping lip serum in the shade Cherry. I really haven't used this yet, but it looks really pretty and it looks like a really bright red. And I feel like it's always fun to have one little pop of color in my Shop My Stash and in my rotation at all times. So this is what I'm gonna go with. I think that's enough from this drawer. I feel like once I finish the lip oil in my project pan, I'll reach for some of these glosses a little bit more. But right now I want to focus on finishing up the one product. And that is everything. That is everything that I'm picking out for this month for my Shop My Stash. I feel like this is a pretty good range and variety. I'm definitely leaning more into the fall tones with this pick or with this basket, but I'm really excited for fall. It's one of my favorite seasons. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.